Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys are enjoying the first week of 2017. Let me tell you something. I know I am, because there's a whole lot of drama going on, and we are only 4 days in to 2017. Today's January 4th, right?
Yes.
Isn't today Miss Tina Knowles' birthday?
I don't feel comfortable with it that way.
It's okay. I promise, it's okay.
Because the last time we were able to see, like, if somebody is somebody going to call that?
Because it's on airplane mode.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, today is her birthday, so happy birthday to Tina.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tina Knowles.
Awesome.
All this drama going on, and I gotta watch this clip, the video, because I seen it like on a recommended. It's her and her husband. They was on TD Jake's show, and they were talking about marriage. So I definitely want to check that out. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched our New Year's video, and shout out to everybody who subscribed to the Scorpion Show. If you're watching us for the first time, I hope that you click that subscribe button. Also, please like this video, share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever you choose to share our videos. I know you are so nervous because you're probably thinking that it's not recording or we don't look right.
But no, I'm not nervous, but I'm so used to being able to see us. Yes. Why did you record it that
because way? on the back side of the phone, it has a higher quality. So I wanted to see how it turns out.
But it still came out nice.
Yes, it really looked nice. So what we're talking about is, I decided.
Well, I mean, if you really wanted a higher quality, then you.
Yeah. Well, don't fucking do it, because I have a 7 now too. Yours probably.
I have to.
Oh, girl, bastard. It probably wouldn't even fit in there.
No, it wouldn't.
But yeah, I decided to record the show on the iPhone 6S, because I wanted to see how the video quality would come out versus my camera, because my camera's a couple years old. So instead of buying a new camera, I could just use the iPhone. The only thing I noticed is that I had to bring up the audio, which I'm gonna have to find a microphone for it. So yeah, these videos are just gonna be recorded on the iPhone for now, just to test it out. What else has been going on? So this week, it was announced yesterday by People Magazine that Janet Jackson and her husband had a baby boy yesterday. His name is Issa Almana. I hope I'm saying it right. Or is it Asa or Issa? I'm not sure. Only thing that we know is that she had a healthy baby boy and that she's doing fine. And, you know, I'm really happy for Janet Jackson. 50 years old, having a baby. Of course, you're going to have people saying, oh, this is not her first delivery and all this and that. But I'm going to say this is her first baby. And I'm just really happy for her. I'm happy for her and her husband, because now he has someone that can take his throne when he leaves. Or he has an heir now. And, you know, that was like a big thing. So now...
And what is he?
He's like a prince or something like that. So, and he got all this fucking money.
I thought he was just like a billionaire. I didn't know he was a prince too. Wow.
Yeah, he's like a prince. Yeah, so they have a family heir now. He has someone to pass it on to, and you know, I'm just really, really happy for them, and I'm happy for her that she finally has a family. She was able to have a family at 50 years old. And Dr. Oz, he was on Wendy Williams today, and he was saying that women that have babies in their 50s actually live like a longer life. I don't know why, but he said that they do most of the time. But congratulations to Janet, congratulations to congratulations to the Jackson family. The baby girl has finally had a baby. And LaToya Jackson, she was happy, she was tweeting about it and everything. And Gil was tweeting about it. So just congratulations to Janet. What else has happened? Yesterday, it was a whole bunch of shit going on. Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. Now, I didn't keep up with it, so I asked Mikkel to give us a little rundown of what happened. I know this is all about Karrueche.
Yes. Okay, so yesterday morning, I saw this video on Instagram that Soulja Boy had posted to his Instagram, where he called Chris Brown out for FaceTiming him and questioning him as to why it was that he was under Karrueche's pictures on Instagram liking her stuff. Mm-hmm. So Soulja Boy felt some kind of way about it. He's like, you know, what are you calling me about that for? That's not your girlfriend no more. Like, she's fair game to anybody, and I'm just liking her pictures. Don't call me. So apparently Soulja says that not only did Chris Brown call him and, you know, question him about it, but then I think he was saying that he kind of threatened him and called him out. So Soulja Boy, went on this whole rant calling Chris Brown a bitch and saying that, you're a woman beater, you beat up Rihanna and all this. So yeah, he brought that up. But that's when I knew that this was real. At first I thought, well, maybe this is a joke. Then when he said that, I was like, oh, he's not joking. He's serious.
Pulling out the big guns.
Yeah. So then Chris Brown, I guess he sees the video, and then he posts a video of his own. And in his video, he's much calmer than Soulja Boy in his video. He's way calmer, and he's just saying like, listen, I don't have time for all this. I'm trying to do me, and this, that, and the third. But Soulja Boy, if you want to see me about anything, you know where I be at. We can meet up at this boxing ring. He said something about this. I think he was saying that somebody has a boxing ring that they can meet up. So if you want to, we can meet up in there. And he said, as far as the Rihanna situation, he said I was 17 at the time, and that was 10 years ago, and that's old. And basically saying, listen, that was in my past. It happened. I'm sorry about that, but that ain't got nothing to do with this. So, but if you want to see me, we can meet up. Well, somewhere in between those two videos, now this is the part I missed. Somewhere in between those two videos, or somewhere in between Chris Brown's video and Soulja Boy's next video, Karrueche
she
steps into the room. And apparently she started all right, I'm going off of what Chris Brown said. Apparently she started posting stuff on social media, and I think liking stuff as well. So I screenshotted what Chris Brown then turned around and...
Which is long.
Wrote about Karrueche. Yes, it's long, but I'm going to say. So this is Chris Brown's response to Karrueche after she said what she said or did what she did. No one asked for this opinion. It ain't over you. Girl, keep the fame you got and stay classy. This man randomly started this. Now you gassed. Plug in what you got going on. How do we know you again? That's supposed to be a question, but he has an exclamation point. Ain't no more Corey and all that shit. I don't know who that is. I did, or maybe that's Chris and Karrueche. Yeah. What? I did a gesture, being playful, commenting under your pics. Notice how much attention you weren't getting until I put still wanted under your picture. Karrueche is 2 years famous. I'm so sick of niggas coming at me left and right, and now she want to chime in. Nobody gives a fuck. Now this dumbass want to pop like it's about you, living in this dream world of yours. All your friends are your friends because you was Chris Brown's girl. And the other friends you still talk to, I fucked.
Oh, no.
So advice from bitches that have my dick in their mouth is really not informative. And once again, you're welcome for this pub. Bitches better stop all this noise like I ain't retarded. You are retarded. Shut up and get your money.
What?
Yes, listen. So then, after that, Soulja Boy comes back on with his own video calling Chris Brown out for
calling out Karrueche.
Soulja Boy said, listen, you claim that nothing is about, like you claim that you don't want her, this, that, and the third, or you basically were taking up for her, but then now you're dogging her out on the internet. And Soulja Boy was like, listen, you're crazy.
That's very abusive.
Yeah, like you're just crazy. Like,
wow.
No wonder why nobody wants you, because you're crazy. Like 1 minute you're all for Karrueche, and now you're dogging her out on the internet. So then Chris Brown comes out with a video of his own. This time he's in the bed. But the lights out and all this, but he got the camera on him. And looks like he just woke up from somewhere. Now that particular video, I didn't care too much about, because I didn't care what he was. By that point, I really didn't fuck what he was saying.
Yeah.
I just didn't. So then Soulja Boy comes.
This is all too much.
But wait,
all this in one fucking day.
Yes, it gets better.
Uh-huh.
It's about to start getting real good. After that, it starts getting real good. You hear me? Real good.
I'm
then Soulja Boy goes to the hood to let Chris Brown
that video
know
I seen on Instagram Live.
That he's like a hood guy, and Chris Brown, you don't want to mess with me because I be in the hood. He goes to the hood and is recording his adventures in the hood on Instagram Live. And he approaches this guy, and the guy, he goes to put his hand around the guy like, yo, buddy. And the guy pushed him, was like, yo, get the fuck off me. Yeah.
Now, do you think that part was set up at all?
No, I don't, because there's another angle. Somebody who was recording it from behind Soulja Boy, and it was very much so real.
Wow.
Because all the guys that were around him had came and like tried, and Soulja Boy was more so.
He was scared.
That's what I'm going to bad. Because he claimed that he was just trying to put his chain in his shirt. So then the guy was coming, and the other guys were coming like, "Yo, like chill out, calm down. It's not like that. Like just everybody calm down."
It's just like, and that was live on Instagram.
Yeah, because at first I thought maybe this is a joke, but then when I saw the second half of somebody behind, like Soulja Boy recording it from behind, I was like, "Oh shit, this is for real!" Like this ain't.
So
fake.
who picked up the phone and whose face was on the phone?
I think it was somebody because it was a bunch of guys, but I think it was somebody who may have been friends with Soulja Boy. You know what I mean? Because it was a bunch of them, and you couldn't tell who was with who or who. But I know for a fact Soulja didn't go out there by himself. He went with.
Yeah, he ain't gonna go out there by himself.
But yeah, because then you hear somebody say, "Whose phone is this?" and Soulja's like, "That's my brother." Somebody like that. But it just was like
a mess. Did Chris Brown respond with a laugh or something like that?
There was a bunch after that video. There was more videos that came about, but I stopped watching. And then I did see the one today where Soulja Boy apologizes to his fans for acting crazy and stupid, and then letting everybody know that his mother's in the hospital and his mom wouldn't be proud of the way he was acting. I kind of took that as, I really don't want to meet Chris Brown in the ring, so I'm just going. But that's kind of, and then he also mentioned how he wants to work with Chris Brown.
Yeah, I did. I watched that video.
It's just, it's
this is
nonsense.
All childish.
Can you imagine the East Coast, West Coast, Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, Chris Brown, Soulja Boy? He can't even get. It's like what?
And that's a rapper versus a singer. / rapper. I don't know what Chris Brown is these days, but I don't like how Chris Brown is looking on camera. And
you talking about Chris Brown? I don't like the way any of them look in the video.
They just don't look good. Like what's going on, Chris?
They don't look like they don't take a bath.
But I know one thing. This is stupid. They both need to stop.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's just the entertainment for this week so far. They just acting stupid. They all need to grow the fuck up. Make music together, make the money, and just keep it moving. All of this over Karrueche, it really is about Karrueche. And Chris Brown, you do not own Karrueche. She is no longer with you. Stop thinking that you own her, and you keep like verbally abusing her on Instagram, and then want her back. You putting her in songs, you putting her in tweets, you going to her Instagram. Chill the fuck out. She's no longer yours. And what woman will want to be with you? Well, a lot of dumb women out there will still want to be with him, and they see how he already is. Right. We see that you beat somebody up from time to time. You know, people trying to get your money, and then people got to defend you. But then you out here verbally attacking and abusing people. Well, Karrueche, that's just not right, and that's not what a man does. You still have a whole lot of growing up to do, and as long as you keep keeping that entourage around you, you're always going to be the same person. You need to grow up and change, because it's just not a good look. I don't even know nobody that really stands for Chris Brown no more. I don't see nobody going off for Chris whenever he releases a song and asking us to talk about Chris. Now you becoming more like Azalea Banks. The only time we talk about you is when you got something going on with somebody else.
And speaking of Azalea fucking Banks with a literal S. So
they're bloody.
It was either last week or the week before last. I saw something that I thought was fake. I was hoping it was fake. Azalea Banks had apparently posted a video of her cleaning out a closet in her house that apparently had remnants of dead chickens.
Blood all over the place from dead chickens.
Because she does this type of
witchcraft
ritual in her home with dead chickens. Now I'm thinking, no, this is fake. So I go to her page, and it's real. She has a video where she has the goggles and the gloves and the steam cleaner,
chickens,
getting ready to clean the closet. So then she goes to the actual closet to show us how it looks. One person, when I posted this on my Instagram page, there was only one comment that stuck out to me the most. From all the people leaving comments under it was one comment, and that comment said, "Her house must stink." And that's all I can think about is how her house must smell. Because she's doing this with real live chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how a chicken coop smells when you go to a farm or the zoo. Mostly a farm, not the zoo. But to a farm and they have the chicken coops and they don't smell good.
I don't even want to think about it.
So can you imagine somebody...
But I ain't gonna knock her religion if that's her religion.
That's what, but I just like, really?
Just cutting chickens up for a sacrifice? I don't know. She's been doing it for 3 years, she said.
Now listen, I need somebody
if you into it, help us out.
Yeah, help me to understand because to me, and I'm dead serious, help us to understand, and I don't want anybody to be rude or anything. I just want you to literally help me to understand because to me, I would have thought that would be animal cruelty to do that to live.
Yeah, but there's
animals.
some people that kill animals as sacrifices.
I mean, I know we kill animals for food and stuff, but I mean to kill them in a closet and then leave all that in your... Like, to me, I feel like that would be animal cruelty. That would be... it has to be something where you're doing stuff like that and you're just leaving all that in your house. Like, isn't that bad for, like, the environment? Like, other people, like, around you? Like...
I don't know.
Like... I mean, Michael Vick was thrown in jail for the dog
for
fight.
Animal fighting.
And here she is cutting up chickens and doing their dead bodies and all that inside of a closet and letting it mold and all that. Kevin, it wasn't on the
it just was on the walls.
It was up the walls and everything. And I was like, what the hell?
You can't paint over that. You just got, I don't know.
And I was trying to understand how she was going to scrub all that up because it looked like it had been there for months. Like it was black.
I'm ready to move on because I keep seeing the image in my head of that closet.
I think we always thought something was wrong with her, but she's showing us like something that's not right.
Yeah. That's Azalea Banks for you.
I mean, listen, if you do it, help me to understand.
Oh, you got the notes in your phone.
Yes.
What you want to talk about next?
Mariah Carey.
Hey.
Mariah Carey and Dick Clark Productions.
Yes. From what I know, Mariah was saying that they're trying to sabotage her. Dick Clark Productions like, no, we're not having it. This is not what happened. They said she didn't do a sound check. She was only there to like rehearse, but she was going to perform.
But why didn't she do it? Like, whose fault is that she didn't do the soundtrack? Is it their fault that she didn't do the soundtrack, or is it her fault she didn't do the soundtrack? I mean, if you're there for rehearsal.
Yeah, this is just not a good look for Mariah. If I was Mariah, I would just say leave this alone.
Yes, because the problem is Dick Clark Productions came out and they released this lengthy statement letting everybody know we have been doing, basically in a nutshell, we've been doing this for X amount of years. Yes, you do come across kinks and things during a live performance, but this right here ain't have nothing to do with us. This was all on her. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I believe them.
Yeah.
I believe them.
And she wasn't professional enough to think of something to fix that performance.
No, she wasn't.
Like she could have told her to turn the music off or sing something else or just sing the song.
Said the same thing yesterday on The View, and I agree with her and you, and I was thinking the same thing 100%. Mariah Carey being in the game for over 25 years was not even professional enough to even think of something to do in that moment.
Bitch.
You know what I mean? Like she just like stood there like, okay, like...
I don't want to bring her name up, but what would Beyonce do in this situation? I mean, because she done fell down the steps. Her hair got caught in the goddamn fan.
Let's just say, can I just say this? I hope that Beyonce is never in that situation because if she is put in that situation, hopefully she knows how to handle a situation like that. This is why we look at people like Mariah Carey and like Beyonce and like another legend, Patti LaBelle.
Even Madonna fell on stage and kept it moving.
This is why you look at people like them, because you look at them and say, y'all are professionals. So if something bad happens, y'all know how to handle it because y'all been doing this for X amount of years. Look, 20 years this year Beyonce has been in the game. 20 fucking years. Mariah Carey, 26 years. Madonna, 30 something. These people, they know how this business works. They know about sound checks. They know how important that is. They know how important it is for rehearsals. They know how important this stuff is. And for Mariah Carey to come out and then all of a sudden start blaming Dick Clark Productions because her earpiece wasn't working because she couldn't hear nothing, and yet she decided that I'm just going to stand there and not say nothing. Okay, you couldn't hear nothing, but you couldn't sing. If anything, you, like you said, you could have told them, like, you know what? Stop the music, and I'm gonna just sing something a cappella. Maybe she couldn't sing nothing a cappella because maybe her voice wasn't ready.
Yeah, and remember she kept trying to sing, and she like it just
because you could hear it in her voice, and she wasn't prepared to sing because she didn't go out there prepared to sing. She went out there prepared to
lip sync.
Hello, moving on.
Oh my God.
Mariah Carey, just leave this one alone because nobody's defending you on this one. Only the diehard lambs. This was all you, Mariah.
Yes, and somebody kept tweeting me all of these Mariah videos, and I'm like, stop it and go to fuck the bed. Like, stop tweeting me all of this shit.
Right.
You're going to defend Mariah to the ends of the earth. That's fine. Right. But see, you have to know when to defend and when to deflect. Like, come on now. Right. This was not the time to defend. This is the time to just deflect and leave it alone and say, look, that was 2016. Let's keep it in 2017. And hopefully this doesn't happen when she goes on tour with Lionel Richie.
I heard that
and everything else.
Oh, she's going on tour with Lionel Richie?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
On tour together.
Wow. I heard that Mariah Carey's performance at the Dick Clark Productions was the last death of 2016.
Hey. The last scandal.
The last death.
Death.
The last celebrity death.
Her vocals. Don't do that.
I didn't do it. I told you. That's what I saw. I didn't do it. Look at her.
Oh my God. Miss Caitlyn. Didn't everybody forget about her? Is she happy that Trump won? So, oh yeah, you got the notes.
Rant. Tamar. Your girl.
Your girl.
Hey.
Hey. So yesterday, yesterday, Tamar Braxton went off. I should lift up the computer, but I don't have the time. She posted a clip. She posted her little rant about Kimberell and the backlash she's receiving. She said, okay, I'm only saying something because TMZ asked me about it this morning. Here's the thing.
Oh, so that's why she's only saying something. Yeah. Because TMZ asked her.
I want to know what TMZ asked her and where's the video.
But I wonder why she doesn't do what other people do.
Say nothing.
Nothing. But that's because I guess we haven't talked about Tamar in a while, so.
Yeah, it's 2017. She
needs to be talked about right now, right? You know what I mean?
Yes. While I do not agree on any level about what Kim said nor feels, most of y'all nailing her to the cross. Meanwhile, most of y'all voted for Trump. Please have several seats. Another one of your quotes. Y'all ripping her to shreds for what she has been taught in church. Hell, most of us has, but thank God he opened most of our eyes of what was taught and believed back in the day. So traditionally, that's what they continue to preach to our generation. There has been many services that I have attended where it's been crazy talk of such. And you have too, especially in the black churches. We need to show her love, pray for her understanding, and help her realize also people who believe such ignorance that when she has been brought up to believe isn't the world and things really is. Come on now, isn't that what y'all Trump supporters show Trump as? Isn't that what y'all Trump supporters show Trump's as? I think that's what she's saying. I don't know what she's saying. I'm sorry. Although I get where everyone is coming from, I too am outraged, but some of y'all sound crazy because after all, his 100-year-old ass, he knows better ass about to be sworn in, but that's not my business. Each one, teach one. I'm about to get a show, 2017. Something, I didn't put the whole thing in there, but she also put in her show that she's about to have.
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
What does Donald Trump have to do with that?
I don't know. That's why I say how did she play Connect 4 with that? Because she put Donald Trump, Kimberell, her backlash, and then she put her TV show and the church.
In the church.
I don't get all of that at once.
Now let me just. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. I'm sorry because I've been talking. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I just want to say, Tamar, you should have just left this alone. If you want to talk about some new shit, talk about you and Vince's new show or upcoming season. Or your talk show. What do you want your talk show to be about? Make it about you. You made this about you by bringing in Donald Trump and Kimberell and her backlash and how you're not agreeing. Like, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. Are you trying to say that yes, this goes on in the church, you could have brought it up that way and just said like, I understand why everybody is upset with Kim Burrell. Even I am upset with Kim Burrell because I've sat through church services like many of us. We've all been through that and we've heard things like that. And I'm glad that I did not let that affect how I think, because that's not how the way the world works. But what we should do, instead of bashing Kim Burrell, what we should do is show her love and teach her understanding that what she said was not the right way to go. And, you know, let's move on in 2017. Let's help to change her and many others who think like her. That's all she had to say. But bringing in Donald Trump, who has nothing to do with this, and most black people did not vote for Donald Trump.
Most black people are the ones who are
and on Kim Burrell.
Like, because most of us know who she is.
Yeah, white people don't know what a Kim Burrell is. They probably think it's a food or something you eat. Like, this is a singer who can sing. So, Tamar, sometimes it's best to sit back and say nothing, because then you just put yourself in dumb situations like this and like the past
about
Tamar. But I mean, she could change. Everybody can change.
Yeah, they can. But as I was reading her statement, I'm like, why does she keep mentioning Donald Trump, and what does he have to do with this? And how does she know who voted for Donald Trump and who didn't vote for Donald Trump? Like, I didn't understand it. Yes, she's absolutely right. There's been all types of crazy talk in churches, black churches particularly.
Which you talked about on Sunday.
Which I talked about on Sunday. I never denied that. I also, for some people who may have not understood what I was saying, I'm not really saying that people didn't, but for those who may not understood what I was saying, I was not saying that Kim Burrell, I was not taking anything away from the Bible, because I know what the Bible says. I was talking about Kim Burrell's antics and the hate speech that was coming out of her mouth. That's what I was attacking.
And she attacked Bishop Eddie Long.
And Bishop Eddie Long. And we even went in on Bishop Eddie Long a few years ago when that scandal broke out, but we never said anything about his health or anything, because that's not right to do. But that's what I was talking about on our video a few days ago. I was talking about her hateful, like her delivery and what she was saying and how she was saying, and how she was saying something that contradicts all things that God is, which is love. It was just nothing but hatefulness that was coming out of her mouth. Tamar is absolutely right, like you said, which I said a few days ago, that yes, black churches have had, we've all who've gone to churches have sat through sermons or been in churches where they talk crazy. I even mentioned how I was in one service one day and the preacher was up there talking crazy and I had to excuse myself. But, because I wasn't going to sit through that. You know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't going to sit through that. But to bring in Donald Trump and then start, it just went left. And then you threw in a plug for your TV show.
Yeah,
that had nothing to do with Kim. I guess maybe you're letting us know that you're gonna let Kim Burrell come on your TV show.
Hey, that would be a good episode. Yeah, because Kim Burrell, we didn't even bring up that Kim Burrell can't even go on Ellen. But wait,
she can't, because it just happened.
Damn,
and Ellen said, "Sorry, but she will not be appearing on my show."
And the way Janelle Monáe, because Janelle Monáe was trying her best,
she was like this.
TMZ.
No, she's not gonna do that. She got to be known real fast. She heard that name. Will she be? No,
she would not be there.
She would not be there. No, I don't think she would. She did it in a nice, classy way. No, I don't think so. I'll be there. She did say. She said, "I'll be there." She won't be there.
And Hidden Figures come out on Friday. But everybody, y'all got to make sure y'all go see that movie with Taraji P. Henson, Janelle Monáe, and Octavia Spencer and Kevin Costner, and I think Pharrell produced the soundtrack. And it's a good film. I can't wait to see it because everybody that has seen previews has been raving about it.
And you know what's so funny? Because the woman who Taraji P. Henson plays is
still alive.
And she saw it, and they showed the picture. She's 98 years old, and they posted a picture last week of her going to go preview it. And I was like, oh, that's such a beautiful thing. Like, this is history, and not only history, but it's Black history.
Yeah.
Black history. Hopefully, Tamar Braxton will be a part of Black history one day if she get her act together.
Yeah,
like her famous sister and her idol Mariah Carey. But until then,
and see, Tamar could have took the microphone and sang that.
Okay.
Yeah, she could have sang. She might have had her funny little faces, make her funny little faces sing it, but she could sing. I'll give her that.
Tamar can definitely sing.
Yeah, but The only thing I can guess where she's putting in Donald Trump is y'all got so much to say about Kim Burrell, but y'all don't have so much to say about Trump.
Lies.
But I think America let it be known.
Lies.
After he was elected, all of them protests, all of that shit going on,
Kevin,
and all of the protests that was going on yesterday in that office of Jeff.
And what's going to happen? Jeff Sessions. And what's going to happen on January 20th?
Girl.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen in a couple of days, because Barack Obama is calling for everybody to call on everybody and say you better not get rid of Obamacare.
And not only that, okay? Not only that, for a year and a half, we all, those of us who oppose Trump, let the world know via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. We let the world know how we felt about Donald Trump. So she couldn't possibly be talking about that. Yeah. Okay, just because it kind of simmered down now, don't mean that people still not talking about it. Yeah. Because if you go on my page, Tamar, that's if you still follow me. Because believe it or not, I was the very first person that she followed on Instagram.
Really?
When she made her Instagram.
Oh, I know she unfollowed you. If she unfollowed my, no, she might creep your page.
But my page is private.
Oh, well.
Or she might get her
go through Tawanda's phone.
No, she don't go through Tawanda's phone. She might go through. She might go one of her little workers' phones.
Oh. If only I could still sip on something. Hey. No, ain't nothing in there. It's all gone. That coffee's. Bitch, you drunk. Mr. Clean. You want me to drink bleach? I just want to get your check.
No, you right. Okay.
Okay. So, Tamar, girl, stop it with the foolishness. Start tweeting more about the show, what you and Steve Harvey got planned, the red carpet shows you're doing, and all of that good stuff.
She's going to be doing red carpet interviews?
She was just doing Soul Train. She was, I didn't watch, but she was on there. I seen the pictures.
I think that's kind of like a step back.
No, I think Tamar has to get her face back out there.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, at least her TV show starts this year.
I mean, you go from making a great album to... Didn't she come out with a second album?
Yeah, it's time to go on tour. And
then she was on a very successful talk show, which I didn't think would last, but I was wrong. Proved me wrong. And then she got fired from it. And then you go to hosting red carpets.
She got to get her face out there.
I understand she got to get her face back out there.
Or she could put new music out.
Okay. Hello? Either put new music out or go on another mini tour.
Yeah.
Why do you have to? But then again, listen, I don't know. I mean, she could have put us on the red carpet, but then she fucked us over. And I told you that's.
Oh, and by the way, they didn't want you. Remember that?
Yeah, okay.
3 years later. Stop! Let's stop. Okay.
She told you that. She didn't tell me.
Yeah, she texted to me.
Yeah.
Always keep receipts.
Okay. Because I got a 10 of them in my phone. And I made sure when I went to that AT&T store, that man transferred everything from the old phone to this one.
All them videos on that phone. Did it pop up on the screen?
No, it ain't pop up this time. Remember it popped up the last time I told you? I was writing King of Pressure. I couldn't believe it. I stood in front of that thing so fast, I couldn't believe it. I was so embarrassed.
Oh, my God.
And that man was just sitting, it was a white guy, and he was just sitting there looking. Every receipt I had was popping up on that screen. I couldn't believe it. Thank God he didn't know who I was.
Go to the next time.
Thank God he didn't know who I was. Because I would have been...
Done.
But
you're alright, because everybody else had sex on tape and they still have.
Bitch, it wasn't me on tape. Are you kidding me? You tried it. Phaedra and Candy. You can talk about this because I don't watch the show no more.
Okay. So y'all know Phaedra and Candy been fighting each other for about 2-3 years. They don't really have a relationship anymore. But they're very cordial to each other. Every time they see each other, they speak and they give each other hugs. Mama Joy seems to have it really in for Phaedra. So she's been doing all kinds of shit like going to lawyers and getting information about, oh, if your husband is in jail, couldn't you get a divorce like right away? You can get a divorce in like 30 days. All of that stuff. And Mama Joyce was basically like teasing Phaedra about somebody going to her job and wanting to blow her up and blow her the fuck up. Like she was saying it in so many different ways in front of Phaedra when they had dinner at their new restaurant, Our Lady Gang. So Phaedra wanted to have a conversation with Candy about her mother and her antics and things like that. The conversation really went nowhere, and then it went left when Candy started bringing up about how Phaedra, stop it, you're not really hurt that Apollo went to jail because you was dating Mr. Chocolate and Mr. Chocolate melted in your mouth and not in your hands, and how you was ready to get married at the top of the year. She was just saying all of this stuff.
Now, let me ask you this. If they're not really cool like that anymore, how does Candy know all of that?
Because they were friends, and you know how people have conversations.
Yeah.
And
I thought maybe she was finding this all out while they weren't friends.
No, she knew all of this stuff. You know how
girlfriend
I think,
talk,
when you are friends with somebody, I do think that it's wrong to even bring it up to them on camera and all of that.
Right. Especially when that was a private conversation. It doesn't matter we're no longer friends.
Friends or not, you don't do shit like that. Because you don't want nobody to air your dirty laundry like that. So she was just like going and saying all of that stuff, and they didn't have a conversation no more. So when this week, Sheree knew about what happened. Phaedra, what's her name? Portia found out what happened and stuff like that. And then somebody that was Portia had found out that we found out that the girl had sex with, I guess, Ty and Candy.
Wait, somebody that was what?
With Phaedra. Like, you know how they be going somewhere. They was like at this yoga place, but they inserted something in their pussy. Like, I don't know what's going on these shows, but they be doing all kinds of weird shit. But it's supposed to loosen it up for you or whatever when you having to be. I don't know. Make it easier. I don't know. So, you know, they all just was talking about what happened. Like, they was saying what Candy was saying. And then, you know, Portia, as a real friend, was feeling some kind of way. Like, why would you even bring that up?
She said that to Candy.
Yeah. And then I think they like went to like, you know, like, we'll see it next week. But she kept saying like, if that was your friend, why would you even break the code and do something like that? And that is so true.
Candy Burris has always been sneaky to me on this show. Not in the very beginning, but after a few seasons, I just kind of felt like she was just a sneak. Like, and then her whole mannerisms to the rest of the girls always seemed fake. Even the ones that were supposed to be her friends, it just seemed fake. Her fake smile, her fake laugh. She just was like fake to me. And she was very stiff and like, you know, she's not here for it. Yeah, she's not here for it. You know, I'm here for the fact that she's written all them songs and she's the only one on the show that really
has a career,
and had a career and has legit, you know. Well, I'm not gonna say legit money.
I'm hearing that Cynthia got coin. I didn't know Cynthia had it like that.
Well, I'm sure this show for these few seasons boosted. Is she still on the show?
Yeah.
I'm sure this show boosted up her bank account some. You know what I mean? Because before this show, So
I never heard of it before the show. But yeah, I just think that Candy was wrong in doing such things, but now it's getting to the point where it's about to get really, really good, and I'm glad that I'm still hanging in there because we're going to see the confrontation and all of that stuff. I just feel like Candy shouldn't have done that. What you know about the Phaedra's dealings and things like that, and then you going around telling other people about it, that's another bad blow. Like, you just don't do things like that. You don't. So yeah, it's just bad, and I wouldn't want a person like Candy as a friend if you want to be telling my shit to other people and on TV. I know it makes good drama, but some things you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
For
a check.
Yeah, for a check. How you doing? So yeah, that was is that
Beyonce and Coachella.
Yeah, so Beyonce. It was announced a couple months ago. It was announced that Beyonce was going to be performing. Is it raining?
No.
That Beyonce was going to be performing at Coachella with Kendrick Lamar. You know, they both going to be headlining different nights. But it wasn't confirmed. But then on yesterday or on Monday, it was confirmed that Beyonce will be headlining Coachella and Kendrick Lamar will be headlining, and I believe a group called Radiohead will be headlining the weekend. And this will be the first time that Beyonce is headlining, but this will not be the first time that she performed at Coachella, because I heard that she performed with Jay-Z a couple years ago and Solange. So this will be her first set. Now everybody keeps saying she's the first black woman to do it, and I just think that it's an amazing thing. And I hope that she does debut some new music. If not, hell, it's Beyonce. Everybody's gonna get their money's worth. But somebody asked me is like, do you think Beyonce should take a break in 2017? Beyonce already took a break after October. She's all right. Like, I just feel like
wanting Beyonce to take a break since breaks were invented.
Yeah, she has taken some. So just if she wants to perform, if she has the opportunity to do something she's never done, I say fucking do it.
And when you stop and think about it, Lemonade what came out
a year ago.
So she's still performing,
and it's not even exactly a year. It's 9 months.
Yes, not even exactly a year. So she has every right to continue to perform. Trust me, this will be an extended version of the Formation Tour, and it may be even better because I'm sure she's going to add some stuff that she didn't have on the tour. We're talking about Beyonce. We're not talking about some other artist. We're talking about Beyonce. That when she takes a break for a while after being on tour and then she comes back out with a performance, you gonna be like, bitch, I wish that tour was still going on, because that's just how Beyonce is. Which I love about her, because you can tell that she's one of those people that she's never just sitting at home relaxing. She's always working.
Yeah, she has an empire.
She has an empire to protect. So it's like, that's her. I mean, stop and think about it. We always say this, not just you and I, but everybody, especially social media. We all hate when Beyonce's not at award shows performing, because it's like, if she's not there, then it's kind of like. Now, granted, you have had some award shows where they are great and you don't miss Beyonce, but 9 times out of 10, you're usually asking, where's Beyonce? So, yeah, so I mean, so shout out to everybody who got tickets to Coachella, because I just read somewhere that it was sold out.
Already?
Child. I mean, I don't know how
true tickets were high as hell.
Yes, but
I should have bought a ticket and then resold it on
stuff.
Yeah, I need to start doing that. Get them coins.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody who bought a ticket, and shout out to all the performers. Shout out to Beyonce. That's my girl, because I know she's going to kill it. Yeah. So, one last thing I wanted, because I asked this question on my Instagram the other day, and I wanted to ask y'all. So, I wanted to know, because in 2 weeks,
19. What? No, it's not 19.
Well, I'm about to count it. Oh, that's
16
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 16 days. Donald Trump is going to become the next president of the United States, and I wanted to ask you guys. What it is that you thought Donald Trump would be more successful in. Would it be him bringing back jobs to America, or fighting terrorism? And I got a lot of responses from this on social media, on my Instagram. Some people felt like they thought that he would be able to bring more jobs back. Some people thought both. Some people thought, I don't know if it was that many who thought terrorism, but he was mostly getting jobs. But then there were a lot of people saying, I don't think he'd be getting anything because of how he's shown us with this whole, a few weeks ago, where he supposedly brought all these jobs back, but then we found out it wasn't the amount that he claimed it was, and that there was all these type of stipulations where the companies were getting tax breaks.
Was already bringing back jobs anyway.
But he's taking credit for it. So it's like, a lot of people are like, we don't know. But I want to hear from you guys what you think Donald Trump would be successful in, either bringing back jobs to this country or fighting terrorism, or neither. Okay, and that's a serious question. I don't want y'all on there fighting and arguing with each other. Just answer the question.
I think it would be more bringing back jobs and not terrorism, because if he's not even believing the CIA, then what the fuck?
Well, he's not believing the CIA because he's chummy with Russia. Remember, Russia is the same country that Donald Trump months ago invited to hack into Hillary Clinton's emails to find out what it was that she had deleted. I mean, you know what I mean? And then 17 different agencies came out in the last few days and said, yes, Russia had something to do with hacking into this into the system during the election. And Donald Trump says, no, I don't believe it. Let's move on. He didn't want to move on when the FBI last summer said that Hillary Clinton did, that she did nothing wrong, but yet he wants to move on with
Russia has something to do with Donald Trump's presidency. They got them by the balls, because the RNC was hacked, or whatever part that they got, they're holding it above their heads. You seen how fast those people was like, no, we're not going to support Trump, and blah, 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 blah. Then like a day or later on that day, they reversed what they had to say, because they got information on some of them people. So Russia is going to be having Donald Trump by the balls for the next year or so, because he's not going to be president for 4 years. But I hope not. But they got them by the balls. And they're going to be doing whatever, like Trump is going to deflect any time. And he's going to keep trying to do whatever he want to do. He's going to fuck up, because he's already, I'm just done with him. He's going to be the president. It's like nothing else we can do. You can protest, okay, but it's nothing else we can do to change what happened during the Electoral College, which he won.
Right.
So he will be the president.
The Twitter president.
Yeah, the best thing to do is to just pray. Keep praying. Keep praying.
What did Andrew Cole say? I stay praying.
You tried it.
That's how it
But his videos are entertaining to me for some reason.
Yeah, they are to me.
I think it's because his speech
And
and
he's like
him
a
just saying
Mr.
shit wrong. But he like the cat. Meow.
Yeah, well, that's it. Done.
He like the. Oh my God. Bye, Andrew. Thank y'all for watching this week. We'll see y'all back next week with new videos. Make sure y'all catch up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Also, the new Celebrity Apprentice is back. Check out the show Star. It was good.
I don't want to give
I know.
Celebrity
but
Apprentice.
it was good. It was good.
I don't care. I don't want to give him anything.
You're terminated.
Yeah, you're terminated. Is that going to be his line?
Yeah, that is his line.
Wow.
And Carney Wilson, she tried it and she got fired. And Lisa Leslie, a basketball player, was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong." She got that bitch right there together in that room, and then she got fired.
Wait, is his kid still on it?
No, but guess who's playing Melania Trump? Tyra Banks.
Ivanka.
Yeah, Ivanka. What I say, Melania? Tyra Banks is the Ivanka of the show.
You know, before we go, I saw Oprah's. I finally got to watch some of Oprah's interview with Michelle. I didn't finish it, but I got to see a good part of it. Talk about class. Class at its finest. And I love when Oprah asked her about the meeting between the Trumps and the Obamas at the White House a few days after the election. And she said, listen, we didn't really talk about anything other than our kids. And I let her know that it's going to be hard. So I'm going to do for you what Laura Bush and all the other first ladies that reached out to me did for me. Whenever you need me, you can hit me up, call me, and I'll be there for you. Mm-hmm. And she said how even to this day, she still looks to Laura Bush. And she says she was so happy that Laura Bush...
Yeah, they all girlfriends now. In the beginning, it wasn't like that.
But you know what's so amazing about it is that we all knew that President Obama and George Bush, even though Obama wasn't running against George Bush, he was running against John McCain at the time, but he was running against Bush policies also. Mm-hmm. We all know that they didn't really like each other politically, but like Obama said, when it came time for the transfer of power, Bush was there to make sure that everything went smooth for him and his team. And you could see that because whenever there is an event where the Bushes and the Obamas are there with each other, they're always, you would think that they were the best of friends. And you could tell that we don't agree with each other politically, but that doesn't mean we don't have to like each other. And I like that about them. I love that about them because they showed you what class looks like. A lot of people didn't like George Bush when he was president. A lot of people still don't like him now. And that's fine. That's an opinion. You don't have to like him. Whatever the case may be, for your own reason, you don't have to like him. I'm not here to argue that. But he showed him, and that's Darius too. President Obama and George Bush, they showed you what two people who don't agree with each other, what it looks like for them to come together and say, we don't agree with each other, but we're going to work together for the good of this country. And I love that about them. And I love how Michelle Obama made it a point to mention that Laura Bush was there for her as she was becoming and transitioning to her first lady role. And even after she became first lady, Laura Bush was still there for her.
And Melania Trump, she don't want that role. She wants to stay in New York with Barron. Well, this is what you signed up for. Right. Well, your husband signed up for. So, y'all need to move to Washington and get it over with. But we're going to go. Y'all have a good weekend. And happy birthday to Ashley Miller, because I know your birthday is coming up. And happy birthday to my father. His birthday is on Saturday. And I think Blue Ivy birthday is... Everybody's in January. Blue Ivy's on Saturday. This happy birthday, everybody. Shout out to all the Capricorns. And happy belated birthday to Rox, because I know she just celebrated her birthday. So we're going to go. I hope no more foolishness happens, but I'll be back if it does happen. So y'all be good. Peace. Bye. I hope it's still recording. Bitch! Same as we're going.